I've been on it. I have been on this kitchen like no one's business. Look at the mess. My little wonky doors, but look at my cupboards, look. Absolutely rammed with stuff in there that doesn't get used or is out of date, and it just needs a really good sort through. And these cupboards here, just everything gets chucked in the back, and I don't know what we've got, whether we need it anymore. This cupboard, I didn't finish this cupboard. In fact, I didn't even start it, so let's not even go there. But yeah, the window area is looking all cluttered and dated, and I don't know if you can hear, but I'm standing in my kitchen right now and it is so echoey because I declutter this kitchen. Oh, satisfyingly. Yes, I decided enough's enough. Enough, I can't take it. And not only that, with the kids being off school now for the summer holidays, here in the UK, it is like food's going in and out of these cupboards all the time, and I just don't want the accumulation of stuff that's out of date. Here I'm going through all the stuff that is like cake baking stuff, and I found something in there that had the year 2023. It was disgusting, very disgusting. But at least I'm getting through it now, and yeah, we're definitely not using that. And anything that was like opened and that should have been binned after like a couple of days, like these little icing tubes and pens and stuff, it's like, yeah, it's seen better days. It's definitely seen better days. So I thought, I'm on this and I do a good job. I'm very proud of this. It took me a couple of days, but it's so worth it. Like, I come out in this kitchen now and it's like, oh my gosh, where is everything? Because I move things around from one cupboard to the next, I do change stuff about. I keep coming out here and I'm like, I go to grab something from the plate cupboard and it's no longer the plate cupboard, and I'm like, oh, I still keep doing it. And so do the boys, they keep doing it as well. But yeah, we'll get there. But anyway, my work surfaces, oh, if you could see them now, well, you will in a bit. Hold on to your knickers because you'll see it in a bit. It's so much clearer. It's easy to clean, easy to maintain. Oh, yeah, I should have done it sooner, I know, but just so much going on, so much going on. And I keep getting comments in my video about things that I should possibly do in my house. And I'm like, I will do it. I will. I appreciate your input, but I can't do everything at once. I just can't. And I can't afford to do everything at once either. It's like my radiator in the toilet. I know it needs painting. It needs another slap of paint over it. But I just can't do it right now. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. But I will. But I will. It's on the list. I've got a list and I just tick it off as I've done it. I've got a list of things that I need to do. The other day I drove and like 20 minutes away because I found something on Facebook. It was a radiator cover. And I was like, it'll fit. You know me with measuring. I don't do measuring. So I went, there's me driving off. I get there. I'm like, yes, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Got it in the back of the car. We get home. I wait for a massive downpour of rain to pass, and then I go and get it out of the car and I bring it into the house and I'm like, it doesn't fit that radiator. Doesn't fit that radiator or that. It doesn't fit any radiator in my house. It fits Jensen and Elliot's room, but it's slightly too high, so I'd have to take some of the base off of it. And I'm just like, why? Why, Gabby, do you not just get a tape measure out? But then it wasn't listed with measurements. So I wouldn't have known anyway. But it looks nice in their room. It's just I need to hack off the legs. Yes, I do. What else have we been doing? I have absolutely no idea. I can't even think. My brain's frazzled. I woke up this morning going, Monday morning? No, it's not. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I took the kids out for breakfast this morning, right? So I booked a table online. Booked the table. I did. And I was like, I said, boys, tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake you up. All you got to do is get yourself dressed, brush your teeth. We're going out for breakfast. And they were like, okay, that's cool. Set the alarm. Anyway, we all get in the car. We drive off. Bellies on the rumbles in the car. You know how it is. And there's a sign on the door as we're parking. I'm like, I wonder what that says. Maybe it's just that because that door's not in use. Maybe I have to go through a different door, I said to the boys. And we get out of the car, we go to the door. No. It says they're closed because they've had a burst water pipe. And I'm like, what? I've booked my table and I want to eat food. At this point, okay, I'd only just seen the sign. At this point, my stomach turns into hungry rage. I was now hangry. I was starving. That's the back of my head. And I said to the boys, what do we do now? What do we do? Because it's very, very hard to get them all to agree. I'm trying to fix this cupboard door and I'm just making it worse, which I should have just left it alone because I'm replacing these cupboard doors in September anyway. So why am I even bothering? But anyway, I'm digressing onto different things. Right. Oh, get my head screwed back on. So we get back in the car and we're like, let's just go and check out the McDonald's breakfast because there's nothing else around us. Nothing. And we're all hungry. So we went there. Jensen didn't like anything on the menu. Alex didn't really like anything on there either. Elliot found something but wasn't completely sold. Me and Oscar at this point were like, I really want a sausage McMuffin. I don't have egg in mine, but Oscar does. So I ordered mine and Oscar's, and then we got back in the car and I thought, right, I'll take you to the Harvester. We'll go to the harbour. Take you to the Harvester. You can sit down and have breakfast. Me and Oscar ate ours in the car. So it's not turned out how we wanted it to turn out. But anyway, they had their Harvester breakfast, pancakes with chocolate and bananas and all that shenanigan. And they were quite happy. Waffles, it was all going on. Anyway, they were happy. Yes. And then we left. I've been back and forth all over the place in the car like a flipping taxi. I had to take Nick to Lower Dick, I think it was, or was it Upper Dick? I was getting confused. It baffles me because I think the lower one is actually called Upper and the upper one's called Lower. Yeah, and it always confuses me, so I don't know. But one of the Dickers, I went to one of the Dickers. Dicker! And, yeah, because Nick sold his van. And because he lived locally, Nick was like, do you mind just, come along with me so that I can drop it off to him? I'm like, for goodness sake. What is this? What is this? Expecting delivery of the van. Anyway, we did it. We did it. And all is well. So that's nice because it means I get to park on the driveway again. And I haven't been able to. And it's been driving me insane because I'm like, I pull onto our road and I'm like, there's nowhere to park. I'm going round and round the block. I hate it. I have a driveway. I would like to use it. And not have two of his vans out the front. But he's happy. He's been tinkering around doing all sorts out there. Sorting out his van. Washing, absolute joke. What is that about? This weather? I don't know if it's going on everywhere, in the UK. But the other night we had the most heaviest rain I've ever heard in my life. It sounded like there was trucks driving down a wet road in the middle of the night. I just couldn't sleep. And all my washing got soaked. I brought it back in the morning, washed it all. The sun was out. It was a nice wind. I thought, brilliant. No harm done. Then it rained while I was out. Absolutely soaked again. I'm having no luck with the washing whatsoever. It's not the best start to the summer holidays because the kids are flying through their clothes. Like they're randomly running out the back door in their socks, and you're like, no, those socks are going to be black now. You're going out onto a damp patio. I'm taking off this curtain. Look at me do it. Look at me do it. I'm doing it. It's just too old, isn't it? It's just too dated. It's not giving me that nice, fresh, clean look. And I'm going all blinds. I brought a blind for Sam's bedroom. He's got a bed turning up and he's got a new vivarium turning up. So we've got all that. And we've got shelving we need to put up in his room. It's manic in this house. It's manic. I can't keep up with it all. Oh, I tell you what I did do the other day, which was blimmin' lovely. So I drove to go and pick up my friend. And we agreed to go for a drink somewhere. And we decided, let's go to Pevensey. Been there many times, love it in there. It's got a nice little feeling, It's right by the spooky castle that we go to. And, well, we got there, didn't we? And there was a live band playing. It was really loud. I couldn't hear each other speak. So we decided to walk through the castle grounds and sit on the bench. And it was starting to get dark. You know that sort of navy, dim, and it makes your eyesight see a bit weird. But yeah, it was like that. It was lovely. And we were being attacked excessively by mosquitoes. I came away from it with 15 mosquito bites on my right shoulder and 2 on my jawline, and they've literally been driving me nuts. But while we were sat there was all this flashing going on behind the castle, and I was like, am I seeing, is that a ghost? Am I seeing spirits of the night? And Natalie was like, no, I think it's lightning. And we also thought it could be torches. She's like, I think it's lightning. I was like, oh, storm's rolling on in. And it was, the most biggest, beautiful flashes, like non-stop going on. And after we sat there about 40 minutes, something like that, 40 minutes an hour, we're like, should we go to the beach? It's like, yes. We got in the car, drove us to the beach. And we sat there in the pitch black. There was loads of people down there. It was all quiet. And everyone was just like cheering with excitement every time there was a big flash. And you could see it coming over the sea. But the best bit about it was pitch black across the sea. And then when the lightning flashed, you could see all these boats out there, but you couldn't see them until the lightning flashed. It was really, really cool. Mm-hmm. But then I remember saying to her, there's rain right in front of us. I said, I can see it. I can see it coming down onto the sea. I said, I'm getting in the car. So we got in the car. Second we got in the car, I crashed it down. I was like, my eyeballs may be as useless as onions rolling around on the floor, but they helped me that night, they did. Yes, they did. They helped me very, very much. Yes. I just don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know how I'm going to keep the kids happy for the next 3 weeks, because in 3 weeks' time we're going away. It's roughly 3 weeks. And I'm trying to save my money for that occasion, but they're coming out with all these things. Well, we could do this, man. We could do, £100 entry. I don't have that right now. When we get back, we can go wherever you want. But at the moment, I want to make sure we are fully funded, I want to make sure we're A-OK for when we go. And, it's hard times is what it is. So I decided when I was going through here, I know I should just hoover at the end, but I can't help it. I don't like it around my feet. So even though I'm going to make more mess on this floor, I still hoover. Like, it sounds mad, and I'm probably like a mad woman, but it really bugs me. But anyway, giving the cupboards a nice cleaning out, and there's so many cereal crumbs back here, mainly Weetabix and porridge. Yes, I got myself some Ready Brek, didn't I? Oh, I love Ready Brek. Ready Brek, it just hits the spot. It's one of those, I don't know, it just does it, Weetabix, yes, it's nice, it's good, but... And Weetabix has to be hot. I've never eaten it cold, and I have no intentions to do so. Do you have yours hot or cold? It's got to be hot. So I'm like, will the cereal fit in here? Because I can never fit all the cereal in. And it ends up on top of the fridge, which I absolutely hate, because I hate the fridge being cluttered. All the stuff on the fridge is Nick's stuff, and it really annoys me. But anyway, so I was like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and fit all the plates and bowls on that shelf, and all the saucepans and frying pans on the bottom shelf, and get all the cereal into there. And did it work? Did it, by heck? It worked very well. Oh, I was so happy. So happy. Do you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the next Twin Paranormal video. I'm literally obsessed. I'm obsessed. That cave one that they just did, I love them. I was enjoying that very, very much. I was literally hanging on my seat. Like, I love it. Nick just sits there and he's like in his own world doing whatever he's doing. And he looks up every now and again. He just sort of shakes his head with a slight little laugh. And I'm like, you can laugh all you want, sunshine. You laugh all you want. But these are very good. You don't have to believe. You can just watch it as an entertainment purposes. You don't have to believe everything that's going on. You can just enjoy it like it's a film. You watch a horror film and you don't go, like that's happening. That's not going to happen, is it? Just view it like that. And don't dampen my moment, because I am literally on the edge of my seat with me Jacob's sour cream crackers, enjoying life. Yes. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. But, it's the joys of life. There was something I was going to say on here, and I can't remember what it is. I can't remember. It's gone out my head. My bins are overflowing at the front. They're overflowing. And the bin men aren't due for another 2 days. And I can't take my bin out. And I need to take my bin out. I could go to the tip, but we all know about that, don't we? We all don't know if it's a bit safe to do so. I'll have to declare my ins and outs for that little trip. I will do the tip at some point, I've got to. And that rain was so heavy. I've got that bit of wood in the back garden, that massive bit, and it's too heavy. I said I can't lift it. That rain was so heavy, it's near enough snapped in half. I'm like, it's doing me a job. It's like disintegrating in it. Is that the way? Disintegrating. I don't know. But I mean business, because my overalls are on. I love those overalls. They're I can't be bothered, I'm not making an effort today. This is what I'm putting on. Yeah. Oh, it's worse in the minute. You want to see me the next day? You want to see what I'm wearing? I was desperate for a shower. Desperate. But I didn't want to have to because I know what would happen. I'd get up, I'd have my shower, and then I'd be like, oh no. Now I feel all fresh. I feel fresh and nice. I'm creamed. I've shaved my legs. Shaved the curtains, and I'm away to go. I'm not going to be like, no, I want to do something with myself. I don't want to get my head stuck in cupboards and dirty floors and making a mess. So I didn't. I made sure I showered after. But yeah, you've got a sight to see coming, I'm telling you. I had my x-ray on my hands. I'm waiting for that. Don't know what's going to come of that. But that's in the awaiting for my little skeleton pictures. I'm really gutted that they don't upload it. So you've got Patients Know Best, and you can go in there and you can see all your info. Well, I got a little notification saying it's been updated, so I clicked on it and it said X-ray. I was like, oh, am I going to get to see my claws? Am I going to get to see them? And I clicked on it and it said, no, I want to see my claws. I want to see what they look like. But it didn't show me. I'll check it again later because it said it might be till the end of August or something. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how long does it take? All you got to do is like literally ping it and it's done, surely. It's not like you're sending it through the post. It's not flying around the world. Weird. Anyway, I don't understand it. But I'm sure it's all, as it should be. I'm trying to do as much hand washing as well because not everything's fitting in my dishwasher, and I want to make sure everything is washed and cleaned and put inside the cupboards. I've been having a little snoop around in Wix, and I'm loving so much stuff. It's ridiculous. My eyes see things that my bank just goes, never, Gabby. I'm sure of it. I'm like, they're connected. I look at something and instantly, the second my eyes glance at it, my brain goes, no, your bank's not going to have it. In the bread bin here, while I'm eating my little spicy tomato pasta pot, which was foul, I used a little cocktail, like a sausage stick thing, and I went round the edges because all crumbs collect in the edge of that, and I just scraped it all out. It was very nice to do. It was really nice. I'm really sick, but like my teenage boys, like they'll be chatting away to me, and I'm like, I really want to pop your spot, and they're like, what? And I'm like, please, just let me pop it. Yes. Or they go to the mirror to do it themselves, and I stand there and I watch over their shoulder, and they're like looking at me like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, but I want to see it pop. Yeah. I've not had a blackhead or a poppable spot in so long. I forgot I was doing a roast. I promised everyone a nice roast, and I got a really nice big chicken here. It was a big one. I felt so sorry for it. I felt really bad. Really bad. Anyway. So I stopped what I was doing, made the roast, and this is the next day. It's a bit gloomy, it's a bit miserable, chucked it down with rain all night, and yeah, I decided I'm going to clean the windows with this Sainsbury's, I can't remember what it's called now, I just showed you, and clean them up, because it wasn't so long ago when we had the pool out here that the boys were like, oh yeah, let's just soak some tissue and throw it at the window, as you do. My butt looks wet in here, and it does when I'm inside as well, and I will say, with my pants hanging out, my men's boxers, I will say the reason my backside looks wet is because I came out here and I sat down on one of the rattan chairs, and I was like, brilliant. It looked dry, but it wasn't. I was soaked. My back was soaked as well, and it was the most uncomfortable sensation I have felt. It really was. Do you know what? When I was at the harbour earlier with the boys, Elliot ran. He was all excited, and he started running towards the car park. And I was like, don't go too far. And he was like, okay, just carried on running, bless his little heart. Anyway, as he was running, his foot went into a little puddle. It was only a little one, but it splashed, and it splashed up the legs of these two elderly ladies. And one of them was perfectly fine about it. She was like, oh, boys will be boys, it's fine, But the other one, sour. Like, oh my gosh, she was sour. I went, I'm so sorry. I said, he didn't mean to do it. I said, he's just all excited. And she went, he's a toe rag. And I was like, oh, the rage. And Elliot was like, well, they deserved it then. I was like, it doesn't really work like that, Elliot, because, you did splash them. But yeah, I see where you're coming from, because I felt the same when she was like that. I was like, well, you deserved it then, didn't you? With that attitude, you sour-faced old bag. Oh, and then, oh gosh, I was in Sainsbury's. This is a nice one. I was in Sainsbury's as usual, and I was grabbing myself a trolley, and there was like 4 elderly people standing there, bless their hearts. They were very, very nicely dressed. They looked like they should have been going on a cruise or something. Looked lovely. Anyway, I went to go and get my trolley, and one of the gentlemen pulled a trolley out for me, and he handed it to me. I said, oh, thank you so much. And I turned the trolley round to go where I was going, and his wife, I think it was his wife, was in front of me, and she was like, oh, so sorry, and she moved out of the way to let me pass. And I had to say to her, sorry, it's flashing here, it's the, that's not what I said to her, but it's flashing because I didn't realise that my light was interfering with the camera, so I do apologise. But yeah, I just looked at her and I was like, you look absolutely beautiful. Oh, she had such a smile on her face, bless her. She really did, though. She had this, like, khaki coloured linen cord on. She had a white pixie cut with this coral lipstick, little bit of jewellery. She must have been in her 70s. And she looked so lovely. I was just like, oh, it made my day, that did. That made my day. That's that little something made my day. So I had to tell her, and she smiled, which is all good. So I've taken the knobs off the cooker and given them a clean up, but I am noticing that the permanent pen I put on there is starting to wear. It's starting to give out, so I'm like, oh, goddamn. I better get myself another permanent marker. I've just been to Hobbycraft as well today because Sam wanted some bits for his warplanes and whatnot, and his tanks. So I should have got one when I was in there, but I didn't, did I? Did I? No, I didn't. I was just in there like, come on, choose what it is you need. I want to get out of here. I spent a flipping fortune in pets at home. Honestly, the amount. And they know it as well. They know when I've been to Pets at Home because all the cats come out and they're like, meow, looking at me, climbing on the box. Like, I know you've been here. Yes. Flipping demands of the felines. But yeah, it's windy today. It's miserable. I'm supposed to be doing a picnic thing for Jensen tomorrow because he's invited his friends for like a leavers do because his teacher just did not want to bother doing anything special for the last day of school. So yeah. That's pretty much what's going on at the moment. That's what's going on. Not a huge amount. But that I'm still doing the happy colour. That is taking liberties, that is. It is, isn't it? Have they got it like rigged so that the longer you play it, the more frustrating it gets? Like, I could be there ages. I'm like, I'm on 41. I'm on 41. And I'm going along merrily. And then all of a sudden it's like, I can't find it. I'm there going over the each corner, like zoomed in, not too far in, but enough, so that when I switch between numbers, I can see in my peripheral vision where it's lighting up grey. Because otherwise I can't see. I'm like, this is ridiculous now. It's not so happy when you're there stressed. And it also sets on my OCD. Because if I tap one side of the screen, I feel like I have to tap the other. And when I drag the pen to pull the screen across, I have to do it on the other side. It's driving me nuts. This is how I'm living my life. I still haven't put Walking Dead back on. I need to do it. And I'm having too many late nights. I'm not getting to sleep till like 3, 4 in the morning. Sometimes I wake up at 1 o'clock and I don't get back to sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm there listening to music. I do not need to say who I'm listening to. And if I'm not listening to the music, well, I am listening to the music. I'm looking at things at the same time. Like, hello. Hello, armpits. Hello, feet. Yes. Hello, thighs that look like tree stumps. Yeah. This is life. This is life. I've just seen a feather blow into my kitchen and my first thought is, which cat's had it? Which cat? Yeah. And I'm taking my little toasty machine, popping that in the cupboard as well. I am gutting out like a good... I tell you what, really good food ideas for the kids when they're off school is to just like... You know, instead of buying like a pack of 8 sausages, double it up. Buy 2. Cook extra sausages. Get some of those little French bun things, those petit pois or whatever they're called. You can get the long baguette ones as well. Oh, I'm never good with names. Get them. And then put the spare sausages in the fridge. And then the next day, you got nice little... You're saving yourself so much time. Just whack them in there. Look, I've got them there on my little rack. I clear that rack as well, so when I cook them, I put them on there to cool. Yeah, I treat it like a little cafe out here. I'm like a child. I'm like, oh, okay, everything all lined up, got space. I'm like, what's everybody want? What do you want? Cafe is open. Cafe Gabrielle is open for business. What would you like? I feel happier, and I'm more inclined to come out here and do things when I'm happier in the kitchen. When it's a mess, I'm like, no, can't do it. And then the boys are like, can I have this? Yeah, just do it yourself. Oh, I don't want to go out there. Don't want to go out there. I'm not doing it. But it's nice. It's very nice. If you just heard a snap, that was my toe. I lifted my big toe and it snapped. Yeah, I'm literally a crackerback. I'm falling apart is what I am. But look at it before. Look at it. Look at it with your sweaty onion eyes. And look at it now. Look at that. Fresh. Fresh. Yeah, she's very, very nice. Very, very good. I'm so happy. So happy. When I first, was editing this and I put it back and I saw how it was the day prior, because I'd forgotten, because my memory is very short. Look at that. I literally got goosebumps. I was like, oh, I did that. No paint involved, nothing like that. Literally just gutting out all the rubbish. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you lovely, lovely people in my next one.